Welcome back, you beautiful brave hearts all around the world. I'm Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and today I'm with a beautiful Rose, and her name is Rose, okay? And we are going to be talking about, are you ready? We are going to be talking about atrial fibrillation and medication, okay? And also, we didn't put it on there, but we're going to be talking about macular degeneration, okay? And guess what? And this is all because we are an inflammation nation. And with inflammation, you're going to create more fat cells than you can ever shake a stick at. With inflammation, you're going to create more scar tissue formation. You're going to create more degradation of your tissues. And depending what type of inflammation it is or what type of stress you have will depend on where in the body that you will have what you call a disease, which is nothing. It's not, there's no disease. It's out of ease. It's out of alignment. You're out of alignment. You know what? You think, oh, well, this is just my personality, Darrell. Well, I'll tell you it isn't. Okay? Because a bunch of belief systems come together to create a main belief system, which you call your personality. And if you were to change some of your belief systems, which most of us don't know how to observe and go in there and get rid of things that shouldn't be on the menu every day, and if you did, you would have a perfect menu, which would give you a perfect day. And it's understand, if you don't want to change your personality, you'll never change your reality. So we can cleanse on a physical level, and that will affect the emotional. But people that buy into that emotional means energy and motion, and if I could just pick some different emotions that have different frequencies, I would have a different lifestyle. And trust me, that's the golden key to set you free. It really is. Minding your own business, learning about self-love and self-care. You know, the reality is, especially for women, they've been taught to actually run to the rescue for everybody except themselves, to care for everyone except themselves. And yes, women, they go, it's such an addiction. They're so fulfilled when the shit's hitting the fan and they can save the day, but they're exhausted. How many women get to the age of 40, 50, 60 and go, I feel like an empty shell? And then I'll say, do you think you love yourself? I know I love myself. I'm a very loving person. Well, you can be a loving person and have never loved yourself. And I'll tell you something, it's been really rare to find a woman that actually loves herself, because if you had unconditional love for yourself, then if you had children, they must have grown up with unconditional love, which means you didn't judge them, you observed them, and you taught them, and you went in and you weren't punishing them, because we were taught that everybody deserves to be punished when they don't meet the rules that were created by all these fools that actually brainwashed us and made us, adulterated. And we were adulterated when we became parents. And guess what? We told our kids we'd give them unconditional love too. And guess what happened? By the time they walked and talked, they were walking and talking like us. And seeing that we don't really know the program we're running, we punish them for acting like us. Tell me I'm wrong. So there's lots of things that we just don't know. And the reality is I've been at this for 40 years. And even if I'm as dumb as a stump, I've learned some things. And the reality is that, you know, that the body cleanses from the bottom up, from the inside out. And understand something, nothing will remain permanent unless you have changed parts of your personality, because that will change your reality. And then, you know, Rose, I'm not sure how up in age she is, but I think we're up there quite a ways. And you know how they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, one thing, she's not a dog, and these aren't tricks. And understand something. So it's all about loving oneself, caring for oneself, and learning that you are the joy, and stop putting yourself on the hook, stop judging yourself, and you don't even know you're doing it. And the longer you run a program, the more you become that program. And guess what? Here's just hope that the people who taught you, your peers, actually taught you that it was okay to self-care, to self-love. Well, I don't see that hardly at all around. And now I know we're talking about atrial fibrillation, and we're going to talk about medication, and we're going to talk about macular degeneration, but they're all basically the same thing. Asian, inflammation. Did nobody get that? Medication, inflammation. Okay, nobody get that yet? Fibrillation, it's from inflammation, okay, because she doesn't know that the inflammation in her body, we'll be bringing her on in a second, Actually, inflammation, we told you already, those 5 first letters mean inflame, and inflame means you eat up the oxygen, and her heart's gasping for oxygen and trace minerals, and she doesn't even know that. And atrial fibrillation comes when it gets worse, when you have anxiety and you feel like the person that you love doesn't love you, or that there's not enough love in your life. And that's the God's truth on an emotional. And there you've got the physical, and now we're going to bring Rose on. Hi, beautiful Rose.
Thank you. Hello, Dr. Wolf.
How was that little opening?
That's lovely. Thanks.
Okay, so what do you think about what I said?
Well, it was nice to hear that. I do.
Can you tell everyone how young you are?
Yes, I'll be 82 in August.
2. And are you and eyes of blue?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo. Good for you. All right, I'm losing it here, everybody. This is the third show I've done today, so I'm ready. I think I'm ready. Okay, all right. So Rose, talk to me, girl. Talk to me.
Yes, well, it all started with my AFib. They put me on warfarin.
Okay, what's warfarin? What's warfarin?
It's a poison. It's a rat poison.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so what they're trying to do is what are they trying to do? They're trying to what? Thin out your blood, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I just told you why you have AFib. You're lacking oxygen and you're lacking trace minerals.
Okay.
Okay, but just know that anxiety will make AFib go through the roof. Now, why is that true? Because anxiety creates inflammation, doesn't it? And inflammation will eat up oxygen, and inflammation will also burn up your alkaline minerals that are in your blood.
You hit the nail right on the head.
Well, that's it. I'll see you later, Rose. Thanks for being on the show. I'm kidding.
I'm full of anxiety. Anything just gets me, my guts going.
So let me ask you, if I say something to you, I want you to say it really quick. So what happened when you were younger, as a young child, and it terrified you and you went to bed banging your head or so stressed out? What was it?
I don't ever recall going to bed stressed, but I don't remember a lot of.
Well, it happened when you were younger. You don't.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It happened when you were younger. So let me tell you something. You stress out when there's nothing to stress out. Because you know what? You're like the cat on the hot tin roof. I got to be ready.
Yes. That's right.
You know, if I'm ready, I can control it. No, you can't. You're already out of control. The only people that can control things are people that are connected to their breath, have a slight smile on their face, and guess what? And they are in what? The present moment. That's the only point of power, and you're never there. You either have regrets, but the main thing with you is not the regrets and looking back. The main thing with you is anxiety in the moment, because you got to be ready to save the day. So how many psychos are in your family, Rose? Because they can make you go psycho. So why are you so stressed out?
Things.
What?
It's little things that can upset.
Okay, but Rose, you don't understand. Guess what? It's the little things, because you have to feed the actual belief system that if you're not stressed out and worried, then you have no value.
Well, I've always thought it was like I'm very defensive. I'm ready to fight all the time.
I just told you, and you guess what? I'm telling you right now that you were terrified and you were terrorized when you were younger. And if you can't remember, you blocked it. So what you need to do is try to sit quietly and see where it came from, Not because we need to go around forgiving everyone, because what we need to do is, if sometimes we go, oh my God, that's why I run this program of always being ready to fight or have fright or flight, meaning run like hell. So how does it feel to have a paper tiger on your tail with no teeth, and you're always hiding under the bush, suppressing your breathing because of anxiety? Anybody with anxiety is breathing like this. They're not going to make a lot of noise. They're not going to breathe deep because the illusion of the tiger keeps us shallow breathing. And you think that if we had shallow breathing, that might have something to do with not getting enough oxygen into our lungs, into our blood, and to the heart. So now the heart is gasping, and we call that atrial fibrillation.
Yes, it makes sense.
Well, you know what? You are just at the perfect age to start going to yoga and start learning how to do and meditate. And guess what? You won't even be able to meditate. You'll be sitting there all squirmy, wormy. And are you married?
Yeah.
And your husband's okay. So guess what?
He's mom.
I know that, but guess what I want you to do? Because you know what'll happen? I want you to do with him what's called the couples connection. It's in the Braveheart 12 Loving Steps in the Perfect Day Guide. You got to get yourself comfortable with pillows and things, but he's going to have his legs like this, and he's going to be facing you like I am, and his legs are spread open, and then you're going to face him, and then he's going to have his arms around your waist like this. You'll have yours around his waist. You'll connect to each other's breath and do what we call lion heart breathing. I'll make you a challenge, okay? That if you do this in 33 days, we're going to change your whole life. And I'm telling you, the invisible creates the physical. And we can talk about the nutritionals, but understand something. You can spend a lot more money trying to put the fire out, or we can stop you from creating it, okay? Not stop you, but help you reprogram yourself from creating it. My apology, I said it wrong. So now your legs are open, his legs are open, he's facing you, you're going to come in, and you're going to be close enough, and your legs are on top of his, and you're going to sit like this together. Watch how uncomfortable it is for you and him to do it. Now, and it will be. And then what you're going to do is you can put some soft meditative music that there's no up and down or nobody singing, just background music or nothing. You're going to set the clock for 10 minutes. And then what you're going to do is connect to each other's breath, 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. Look each other right in the eyes. And guess what? You're just going to breathe, and you're going to have a slight smile on. And for 10 minutes, you're not going to talk, and you're just going to look in each other's eyes. Watch how for the first 3 to 4 minutes, you squirm around. Oh, my back hurts. I got to go pee. Oh my God, was that the cat? You watch how you squirm, because I'm going to make you a deal. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's how long he's looked in your eyes and you looked in his eyes, 3 seconds. Now we're going to do it 10 minutes. And when we do that, you're going to find the most beautiful souls, the most beautiful spirits in each other, and you are going to find a sense of calm that you have not felt in years. You may start laughing, just keep your focus. You might start crying, a tear will come down, because you are going to melt the walls together, and you are going to create a more deeper love. I don't care if you've been together for 50 years, you will create a deeper love for each other, and you will have all the walls melt, and guess what? His strength will help you, your strength will help him, and you will come together so tight. And what you do is that about a half an hour before sunset, this is when you're going to do it. All the phones are off. Nobody's going to bother you. You get yourself comfortable. Don't drink a ton of water before it. Okay, make sure you go pee. Set yourself free. And then do what I just said. Go into the Perfect Day Guide. Look at the 12 Loving Steps. And then look at the couples connection. You do that every day for 33 days. Oh my God, that's so long. You do it every day for 33 days, and guess what? You will have the most powerful healing, and you will change, Rose. You will feel calm. You will feel, because guess what? It was never an understanding, it was an understanding. And it was about two spirit beings, not two human beings, two spirit beings coming together to see that they were always united.
Mm. My husband is very calm. He's into a meditation. He knows all the yogas. He's
So guess
amazing
what?
at,
Are you ready for this, Rose?
yes.
You were taught not to love and care for yourself. And you were taught that you needed to be on guard. And you can take it or leave it. And guess what? That's not your personality. Those are just prominent, dominant beliefs that have been ruling, schooling you all your life. So you can get it or not. Don't tell me what your husband is. Tell me what you want to become. Do you want peace? Do you want not peace? Do you know what it's called? It's called alignment. It's called being centered. I don't like the word peace because guess what? If you want peace, that means that you're going to be at war all the time and then have peace, then war, then peace, then war. Screw peace. No more peace. I don't want peace. There's never going to be peace on this planet, so just forget it. There's not going to be peace with your family, so forget it. And you might be lucky and have peace with your family, but most families, okay, the majority will never have peace. There'll never be peace on this war. On this planet. There might be peace over here, but there's war over there. There'll always be a war going, and that's the way this is. And you're going to go, Daryl, that's really negative. Okay, then let me see you change it. The only thing you can change is have an inner standing for yourself. The biggest tug of war and the biggest war you'll ever have is with yourself. And guess what? Whether you even believe that. Oh, people really like me. They say I'm really nice. Oh, really? Well, why don't you like yourself or love yourself more than anybody else? Because that's where it's at.
Okay.
I want you to understand something. We can talk about the macular, we can talk about, well, the anxiety is what causes the medication. Okay, you're on specific medication due to a personality disorder. And you don't have a personality disorder. You have a personality disorder because you're not loving and honoring and respecting yourself enough, but you're not sure how to do that. And your husband didn't have the same teaching that you got or brainwashing that you got. And that's what makes your personalities different. You were attracted to each other, but you had different upbringings. And you know what? You look at it. You can have brothers and sisters. They have different personalities because they have different viewpoints, different perspectives. And during pregnancy is where we create most of our personality. Did you know that? It's in the womb. And for a lot of people, it's the tomb. So, you could take a look at the rest of your brothers and sisters if you have some, and you could take a look and ask your parents, well, what was my pregnancy like with you, Mom? Or if you could find somebody that actually knew that, you would find that your mother was terrorized about something. And I'm telling you, it's the truth.
Too bad she's gone.
Everything is vibrational. You know that little fetus from the moment of conception is picking up vibration. Okay? So everything the mother eats, everything she drinks, everything she feels, that little fetus feels. Whether you believe it or not. And that's why, adults are never taught that they usually don't affect each other in a positive way. They infect each other. They infect each other in a negative way because they come in with beliefs of dishonoring, disrespecting themselves. So what will they do with others? If I don't have a lot of value, then how much do I value my life? And then people say, I love you with everything I got. Well, what if you don't have a lot? What if your belief systems don't allow you to have a lot? People say, oh, I have a loving family. Yeah, well, you've only been in one. Do you really know what a loving family is? Well, they loved me the best they could, Daryl. And I'm going to say, yes, they did. But do you love you the best you could? No. You look for everyone else to love you as much as possible. I don't look for anyone to love me. I don't want them to hate me. I don't want them to dislike me. But I look at filling my own heart up, because guess what? Did you know that the heart has the highest vibration of any organ? Did you know that the heart is the emotional recorder of your love life, personally with yourself and others, but mainly with yourself? And every time that you dishonor yourself, you hurt your heart. My heart is broken. My heart is empty. My heart is in pieces. Oh, my achy, breaky heart.
You, you got the melody wrong.
Oh, fine, whatever. I'm not a country bumpkin.
I am.
I know, but and you loved it. I bet you even liked the one, Divorce. Became final today.
Songs.
That was my mother's song. And I just went, why is she singing that?
I had my own band. Can you imagine that?
Oh, and I could imagine it. Look at how you shine. You have a very powerful spirit, but you have belief systems, okay, that you don't know that, and you're not accessing properly. Where do you live?
Medicine Hat.
Medicine Hat. And that's
Yes.
that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to be in Calgary. Did you know that? That might be too far for you to come, though.
No, that's the closest big city.
Oh, I'm lecturing in Calgary next week. No, not next week, the following week. Let me see here. Let me just see if I can bring this up, okay? So I can tell you. You know, I can't keep up to my own schedule, so I just have to find it. Calgary, Alberta. Okay, I'll be doing a lecture called Reverse the Irreversible at 6:30 p.m. on April the 10th, which is a Wednesday. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a day with the doc, and that's from 12 until 4. And on the Wednesday, though, it's 6:30 to 7:30. No. My apologies. 6:30 is the meet and greet. 7:30 the lecture starts. 10:30 it's over. But if you want to come on Saturday, April 13th, all my lectures are always free, Rose.
Yes.
From 12 until 4. You're welcome to come, sweetie.
Oh,
And also, I'm also doing a lecture in Kelowna, British Columbia, Oliver, British Columbia, and also Barrie, Ontario, and Toronto, Ontario. Okay? All right?
yes.
Yeah, I was supposed to lecture in Saskatchewan, but we're going to do that another time, okay? But anyways, Calgary, it's that close, so, you know, if you want to come, how about I let you in for free? No, it's all free. Anyways, I'm just kidding. If I told you it was $100 and then you could come for free, you'd be going to your husband, oh my God, we got to go.
Yes. Anyways, that sounds good. I'm really going to try to make it.
Oh no, you know what? Guess what? What else do you got going on, Rose? You know what you would have done if you really wanted to make it? You're going to go, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
You know what? See, Rose, you have to understand something.
You'll
want to take it as long as you're on the show, but I already told you this, and this is the truth. You are just a beautiful person, and you don't put yourself first. So just know that.
Oh, thank you.
No, but you need to put yourself first. And listen, you can put yourself first and foremost at loving and caring for yourself, and you'll never hurt another human being again. And people don't realize that. You'll actually show that human being that it's okay if they love and care for themselves instead of poisoning themselves and torturing themselves. And that's what we live in, is a poison tortured world. Whether you believe it or not, it is only 1 out of 10,000 people that ever reach the level of caring and loving for themselves. And that's why they could do the mass thing to us. That's why they can hurt us like cattle. Anyways, that's what happens. And the reality is this: if you were the master of your emotions, you wouldn't have anxiety. If you didn't have anxiety, then you wouldn't be dumping adrenaline and cortisol, which is creating the inflammation, which is causing brain damage, and that's why your eyes are going. Okay, that's what macular is from brain inflammation. Didn't know that, right?
No.
That's what it's from. And it's also from being on the computer and blue light poisoning. because blue light poisoning is worse than 5G. As soon as I'm off the show, I'll be doing this all day. I will wear these everywhere. If you see me downtown at Zihuatanego or in an airport, anywhere around the world, if you see me, I have these glasses on. I will not go anywhere. These are my sunglasses. These are my sunglasses. These are the glasses I wear when I'm inside, because understand something, Rose, and you need to get this. Do you go on computer much?
I'm on my iPhone a lot.
Well, guess what? You might want to take a look at getting a pair of Tesla eyewear. And for you, you can call me up and I'll pretend we have a big sale. But if you were to get, now you wear glasses, you can actually buy a pair of glasses with the Tesla fluorine lenses, and they snap on, and you can put them on your glasses. Or you could buy a smaller pair of childlike ones and put it underneath your glasses. The childlike ones will fit. Or get a bigger one for women and put it over top of your glasses. But you would never have the headache, the dry eyes, the burning eyes. You might as well get ready for really bad eye problems, because if you're on your phone a lot, that blue light poisoning is not just burning your brain, but blowing your eyes. And that's real science. And go ask any optometrist, and they won't know what they'll say I'm a quack and I don't know what I'm talking about. But actually, these were developed by Tesla. They're called Tesla eyewear. And you have to understand something, and I don't want to do the conspiracy thing, but we could have put on our phones Tesla frequencies and light, so that when you looked at your phone, it could have been healing your eyes and your brain. Everything is frequency. But they put blue light on it, and they have negative frequencies coming out of every phone, and that is to poison us. And you can, oh yeah, conspiracy, Daryl. And it's also on the computer. It's also in the LED lighting. It's also even movie theaters. That's all blue light coming off the screen when you go to a movie. But the phone's the worst one. And that's why most people have that big hump bump on their neck, because they're always forward like this. And that's why they have all the neck problems, back problems. Okay, and they're always looking down. Okay, so understand. And but you wear these, you'll have no negative side effects. It takes any type of light, even the sunlight, and it enhances it. Do you know that it actually takes blue light and it transfers it into a healing light? And did you know that I used to wear prescription glasses, but because of using Bright Eyes fulvic eye drops, taking a teaspoon of C60, at least 1 teaspoon of C60 coconut oil under my tongue 4 times a day, and wearing the Teslas. And of course, I cleaned up my diet a lot. Okay, I don't even wear readers. I don't wear prescription anymore. I don't wear readers. I have perfect eyesight. I can see far, I can see close. This isn't a sales pitch. You understand, everybody. Your eyesight starts to go because you've actually burnt your brain and done scar tissue in your brain. Okay, and the other thing why your eyes go is because you actually created, I won't say an inflamed liver. Maybe it doesn't come up as a fatty liver, but it's an inflamed liver, and it's got scar tissue in it. So between the liver and the brain, you lose your eyesight. Okay, and you'll have all kinds of eye problems, and they're all from there. If you do proper colon cleansing and liver cleansing, Rose, like daily cleansing tea, black gold, and do the ultimate coffee enema, and you were to do that coffee enema maybe once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and do that for 10 days, and we'll talk. Okay, let's purge that liver. I mean, you're 82 years old and you've never had an oil change or a filter job. And seriously, let's drive a car for 82 years old and see if it spitters and sputters. Okay?
Yeah.
And the reality is that 82, just know that you need structured water and you need a hydrogen.
I have a lot of your products.
I know, but do you have a cell power flask? It's a vessel, and what you do is you put the structured water in, and then it will create the highest concentration of hydrogen in the world, and it'll put 10,000 frequencies in. Go to my website and look up Cell Power, CELLPOWER, or go into the Perfect Day Guide. You'll see it in there. And
I have that little doohickey, yours.
Yeah, but that little doohickey structures your water, so you don't even have to buy bottled water. You can run it right out of the tap and you're protected. People don't get that. It doesn't need to be filtered because frequency supersedes anything physical, so it will actually protect you. And that's science. It's called fourth phase water. And then you put that into the Cell Power Because understand something, do you know what hydrogen does? Hydrogen eliminates scar tissue in the body. Hydrogen actually brings your brain back. Hydrogen actually feeds your heart to heal your heart. Go do research. Go do research. And also, you know what? The curcumin cayenne 5000, taking one of those to two of those every other hour, making sure your bowel is cleansed, your liver is cleansed. We talked about that. Making sure you should be drinking at least 3 to 4 quarts of structured warm water a day. It should have like beyond Ormus minerals, because you already told me your heart's gasping. So we know that you are short on minerals because you're the anxiety queen and you're creating so much acid that you're burning up all your alkaline minerals, and that's what makes the body alkaline. People that drink alkaline water are crazy. You should never drink water over a pH of 7. And the whole world is drinking alkaline water, which means that they're actually diluting the acid in their stomach, and they're bringing that down, and they're creating all kinds of problems. And that's the truth. I don't mind anybody. Listen, not this coming Monday. It's a week from this coming Tuesday. We're coming live at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then at 7 o'clock at night to prove that I'm right. And we'll have all the science that structured water and getting a cell power hydrogen is the way to go. Listen, you do know the body is 99% water. Isn't that crazy? Your cells are even 99% water. People don't get that. And we're 99% water if we were to go into a total. So how rich and how healthy do you think our water should be? Okay? So why don't you ask me some questions, Rose? Because, yeah.
Oh, you've answered a lot of what I was concerned about, but
I will tell you one thing, Rose.
What's that? I'm super sensitive to a lot of things, like calcium. I can't take calcium.
Okay, first of all, there are no calcium products that are worth taking. The only one that's worth taking is calcium ion therapy. Go look at the science. It's in my library. And people are going to go, oh, here we go. Here we go. No, I'm telling you the truth. The body needs calcium ions, not calcium. Go into my library, go watch calcium ion therapy, and then watch the master classes and tell me I'm wrong. So understand, the calcium, what it's doing is it goes in and it alkalines you in your digestive tract. It doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, and it doesn't go into the cells where it's really needed. So we do what's called calcium ion therapy. We're the only company in the world that actually has calcium ions in a liquid. Somebody can tell you that they have ionic calcium, but that's not calcium ions in a liquid. Their stuff will bypass the stomach, but it will not go into the bloodstream, and it will not go into the cells. I'm not saying it doesn't help, but actually it's calcium ion therapy that you need. And understand, people don't get it, but they're taking calcium products out there that are just rock. I mean, what does it really matter? You know, it's the same thing that people think that they should drink alkaline water. It's the same thing that people think that they eat because they're hungry. No, you eat because you need nourishment. And if you eat the right foods, you turn off your hunger, because it's not how much you eat, it's what you eat. It's all about vibration. That's what turns the hunger off.
Yes. And what about the cayenne pepper and Celtic sea salt? Celtic sea salt.
Well, I'm going to tell you that.
I'm
going to tell you that, yes, you want to take, and you're ready for this? Start off slowly, but do you know what an adult should be getting? A level tablespoon of Celtic or Himalayan salt a day.
Oh, really?
I salt myself like crazy. But let's say that you had high blood pressure. Don't blame it on the salt. It's just that you're all plugged up. High blood pressure is because you've got physical blockages in your body. But understand something, the salt of the earth, we need salt. Salt is what makes everything tick. and understand that. Oh, don't eat salt. Well, the reality is they just lied. And if you're going to eat table salt, it doesn't have the trace minerals in it. If you're going to have Himalayan, if you're going to have Celtic, if you're going to have real salt, I like real salt the best. It's called real salt. Look up Redmond's real salt. That's higher in potassium. And you'd find that would be better for you. And understand, just put salt on everything, but make sure that you're drinking enough water, Rose. That's the deal. How much do you weigh, Rose?
170.
170. What's your height?
5'7".
Well, Rose, you're kind of overweight, eh?
I look good.
Rose, okay. I didn't say you didn't look good.
Yes.
I told you you look beautiful. And the reason why you're overweight is because your addictions. So what are your addictions, Rose?
Oh, I like to eat. I probably eat a little too much.
There, now, okay, now I need you to stop because guess what? I just set you up because everybody with anxiety is a nibbler, okay? Because they eat to try to occupy their mind. Listen to me. You know, 1 second. I eat 1 meal a day. One meal.
And I couldn't do that.
You could if you calm down. But the reality is that your anxiety burns up all your energy, all your calories, all your nutrients. You burn up like a bonfire. You couldn't get enough food in to keep up. You're just lucky that you have a really strong, beautiful smile and spirit, because that's your big one right there.
Okay.
Yep.
So anyways, and the cayenne pepper, that's a blood thinner, and the Celtic salt.
Okay, wait a second. No, hold on a second. Cayenne pepper does not thin the blood. Cayenne pepper balances the blood.
Oh.
Warfarin thins the blood, and it could thin the blood to problems. Cayenne pepper will never thin your blood. It only gives you healthy blood. Say that back to me.
It only gives you healthy blood. So,
yeah, if my blood was too thin and I took some cayenne pepper, it would make it healthier. It would actually make it richer. If my blood was thick and I took cayenne pepper, it's going to make it run better, not run so slow. And you're not, it's called the sticky glicky platelets. It's called the rouleau that's in there. It's causing them stick together. And it's because you eat too much and you eat the wrong stuff. And your anxiety mind, hold on. Your anxiety mind is 90% of it, and the 10% of it is your diet. Let me tell you something. I've got people, let me tell you something. There are people that eat the worst diets in the world. They don't have heart problem. But I'll tell you something. Somebody that's brokenhearted and doesn't feel like they have enough love in their life will have angina, will have atrial fibrillation, will actually have heart attacks. It's all about the heart. And you know what you want to do? Here's something you could start doing. Get yourself a clapper because it's too much energy to do it this way.
I have one.
Well, then you should be clapping here for 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Well,
That's
do it for
long.
at least 5 to start, and guess what you're going to do? This whole area here, this is the heart-lung meridian, is going to be purple to black. And it's going to run down your arm and up your arm, because guess what? I'm sensitive. No, you're sensitive emotionally, and now you're sensitive nutritionally and physically. And it all starts in the invisible, which is the emotional. And if you were to do this, and clap both sides until you no longer have any purple, because guess what? You don't bruise yourself. Do people not get that? When you clap and you actually go light purple, dark purple, black, that is all the infection and poison in your lungs and your heart. This is the heart meridian right here. If you go watch my videos, in the Doc of Detox library and go in Clapping for Health. And then go in and do the, what we call, I do one for when people are having COVID. I did one to help to restore the lungs. and I explain it all. But when you do this is the lung and heart meridian, and you did it for 5 minutes, no shirt on, it's skin on skin. You see how hard I can go? Now, that same feeling of what people call pain, or the sensation I have, is no different to me than anybody else. But the person who runs from pain and the person that is oversensitive would go, okay, and I'm not making fun of them. But if you run from pain, you're in more pain than anybody else. If you knew that pain was a GPS, and the reason why people are in pain is because they have a blockage, whether it's calcium, whether it's scar tissue, whether it's crystallization, all caused from inflammation of the brain or from their diet. So let's just get that perfectly clear. Okay? And then the medication you're on, you know that the medication is toxic. There's no such thing as nothing. It's all toxic. It all started with petroleum with the Rockefellers. Okay? And that's the way it's always been. That's the way it's always going to be. And, you know, in some ways it's a good thing, because people who don't love and care for themselves, or don't really care to, or people that just have given up on life, they need the drugs to numb themselves out. And then they need the surgery to cut out their hips, or cut out their heart, or cut out parts of their body that they have the dysfunctional belief systems that actually created the dis-ease in that organ or that part of the body, which caused the inflammation. And inflammation is a flame, okay, that's burning up the oxygen and dehydrating the tissues. If I put a burger on the burner, even on low, if I leave it for an hour, which is your anxiety, that's going to be a piece of beef jerky. And that's why people have to have low back surgery, why they have to have hip surgery, or surgery anywhere in the body, because between the emotional inflammation and the nutritional physical inflammation, okay, because of their personality. I mean, you tell me where a person has problem, and I'll tell you what their personality is. How's that? Because the invisible creates the physical. You're a spirit being. You came into a physical body. Depending on your emotional vibration and the belief systems that you have will decide on the diseases. Well, that's not true. It's genetic, Daryl. No, it's not genetic. There's no genetic diseases. I'll tell you what is genetic is the habits, is the rituals, is the way your family ate, the way they react. So you're either going to remain the family curse, or you'll become the family blessing by getting rid of belief systems that no longer honor you. Scooby-Doo.
Yes. But anyway, so cayenne pepper's out. I know garlic is a blood thinner as well. Oh, yeah.
Why don't we say blood healer? Why don't we say blood enricher? Why do we want to say, you know what? Let me tell you something. You're programmed to talk in a way that scares yourself and everyone else. Because guess what? Garlic does not thin your blood. It disinfects your blood. Cayenne does not thin your blood. Like, I mean, if you were on blood thinners and you took a whooping big amount of cayenne and you did the blood thinners, the cayenne would get the blame, not the blood thinner.
Okay. So what will thin my blood?
Well, you do whatever you want, but let me just put it to you this way. So we know that curcumin, cayenne mixed together is the most powerful anti-inflammatory, infection ritter. I know, but if I were to get you to do 2 capsules of curcumin cayenne every other hour, and you did that for 3 weeks, tell me what your blood's like. Tell me. Go ahead and get it tested. But you know what? Well, it would take about 3 to 6 weeks, and it all depends on you. You know, when people come to us, right, and they go, okay, Dr. Wolf, I'm going to come and I'm going to go through your program. I say to everyone, do not get any tests until 3 months. If you're going to do my program, like I'm talking about bowel cleansing, liver cleansing, taking the nutraceuticals, okay, living this high vibrational life. Remember something. I need you to get this, love.
I gotta plug you in.
Plug
I've
me
got
in. Turn me on. Come on. Plug me in. Turn me on, Rose. Take your time, sweetheart.
my phone is dying.
It's
You
okay.
can't
And,
have
and don't, and,
that.
okay, 1 second, 1 second. Now I don't want you to use that word. They teach us to use that word. I want you to say, my phone is losing energy.
Oh, okay.
Because the phone is dying. Okay, they say we're dying. They say somebody has died. No, people don't die. They leave. They leave. Okay? There's no more energy in that physical being. There's no more energy in your phone. So let's not use the word dying, and I'm not picking on you, but words matter. Words matter. Sentences matter. Images matter, because everything starts with an image. Then it goes to a thought. So if you were to just have the right images, you'd have the right type of thoughts, which means you'd have a beautiful life. If you don't have a good image about yourself or the world or for who you are, how's that going to work out? Not good. Because I'm telling you that, guess what? The universe works like this, Rose. Whatever you think the most, you're going to get. You are the right now accumulation of your personality. If you make changes on your personality, you're going to see changes in your body. You're going to see changes in your energy levels. You're going to see changes in the way you think, the way you drink, the way you eat, the way you talk, the way you walk.
Okay. So you better write that down for me.
Well, listen to me.
Make a list.
I'm going to send you a link to the show. When you get the link, you can play the show. And then you can stop it where you want. You can write things down. And guess what? You want to know what I learned? And this is not because I'm lazy or I don't want to do it for you. But if you don't do the work for yourself and rewatch the show and then write down what we've talked about, then it's not in your head. And that's it.
Yes.
So no, 1 second, Rose, 1 second. And I'm going to tell you something, Rose. Your subconscious does not work for you. We have mentioned the emotional, and every time I do go back to this, you go and talk about some kind of supplement. And the reality is, the nutraceuticals are going to help. But guess what? Do you think that if you are thinking about something that causes you stress, it heals you?
I don't know.
If you think about something stressful and you do all day long, and you do, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, does that give you energy or does that drain you?
Probably drains me, but I have a lot of energy to burn.
Okay, so what do you
But-
want then? So, I mean, but you got to decide what you want in your life, you know? So,
Yes,
So,
I
you know,
want
you
the
need,
right thing.
well, I don't know what the right thing is. You know, you should say, well, Daryl, don't touch my emotions. I'm fine. Just tell me what to physically, nutritionally take. And guess what? We can do that. It's just that it won't go as fast. I mean, we can go fast. I mean, I'll tell you what to take and I'll tell you what to do for your eyes. I mean, for your eyes, I don't want to give you any big expense. But if you got the Bright Eyes fulvic eye drops, they're the only fulvic eye drops you can put in eyes in the world. Nobody's ever done it. And you can't do it. And they can't do it. I'm telling you, they can't. And these fulvic eye drops, if you were to put them in your eyes, you ready for this? 6 to 12 times a day. That's only drops. These aren't drugs. These aren't eye drops from a doctor. If you were to start off and just do 1 drop every 2 hours in each eye, okay, and then work your way up, and then guess what? Just doing that and then taking 1 teaspoon of MCT coconut oil under your tongue and holding that till it becomes a liquid and then swallow. Okay? All right?
MCT.
And then one last thing. Yeah.
Coconut oil.
But don't worry about right now. You can go back and listen to it.
Yes.
And
Okay.
and then they'll send it to you and then you can just listen to the audio if you want. And then you can go through it slowly. Just be here with me right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so now, if you put the Bright Eyes fulvic drops in your eyes And you start off with every 2 hours, 1 drop in each eye. At the beginning, it's going to sting a little, and that's because your eyes are toxic. Nobody has macular degeneration unless they already have inflammation and degeneration in the actual cells of the eye. And the only way you can have that is through inflammation. But before you have inflammation, you've got infection. You do understand infection creates inflammation. So now we're going to do 1 drop every 2 hours. Okay, all right. So we'll do it at least 6 times a day, but I want you to work your way up to about 12 drops a day. And then I want you to do 1 drop of what's called infinite iodine in each eye. And I want you to do that twice a day. Now I want you to take the C60, 1 teaspoon under the tongue, and actually hold it until it becomes a water. And do that 3 times a day. And then what I'd like you to do, and you don't have to do this, only if you want to ramp it up and really ramp your healing up, because your liver does over 300 jobs, do what's called the ultimate coffee enema, and do 1 to 2 of those a day, and put your heart into it, and then watch how you start healing faster. Make sure that you're drinking your structured water. At your weight, you need actually 4 quarts of water at your age. And that water should have in it what's called Ormus, Beyond Ormus minerals, which are the highest electrolyte minerals that we can take. And they're Ormus, so it will actually calm your nervous system down and your anxiety, and you'll feel it. And I need 80 drops a day of that. This is not expensive. And I need 1 to 2 capsules of curcumin cayenne every other hour. And then the daily cleansing tea, morning and night. And then also mixing the black gold. Okay, all right, 1 level tablespoon into a blender drink of coconut oil, coconut milk, almond milk, or oat milk with some type of berries, strawberries, blueberries, organic, get them at Costco or those big stores. And then put that in the blender with the black gold. And if you did a blender drink of that twice a day, and you did a salad, and that salad could even have some beans on it, okay? You wouldn't need any more to eat. You've got so much of the nutrition and so much more energy. And that's the deal, okay? And if it's affordable, take a look at getting a Cell Power so that you can take the structured water, put it in there. It will give you the highest concentration of hydrogen. And hydrogen that's rocket fuel for healing. That's rocket fuel for the body. So I would do that, and then, take a look at the Perfect Day Diet in the guide. You can download it or purchase it for $95, and go through and take a look at all the recipes that are in here. I've got tons of recipes, soups, salads, blender drinks. It's all there. And then take a look at, and you may not want to do this, but for a woman, vaginal infusion is rocket fuel. And I don't want to go into it, but you can read it. Okay, but I wouldn't do any more than what I just gave you, and you need to do clapping. And if you were to clap here, the lung and heart area, and then you were to clap your upper lung area and over your heart, you would feel so much better. And if you were to just do every other day, if you could do like, okay, today I'm going to clap 1 arm in here for 5 to 10 minutes. Then wait, oh my God, look at the black and blue. Where'd that all come from? I bruised myself. No. Did you know healthy people don't bruise? Did you know that older people that are very toxic don't have to bang into anything, and they'll wake up with bruises, won't they? Are you with me? What time is it? Oh, we have a meeting at 3 o'clock. Okay? Okay, so I need you to understand all of this. And guess what? If you want to go, they'll send this right to your email. So when we're done, you stay on. We'll send this to your email, but you need to go in the book. You need to do a little bit of homework with this stuff if you want. You don't have to. And if you do this for, let's say, do this for 6 weeks with your heart, I'll have you back on the show and people are going to notice a huge difference. The reality is this. Will you take the time to go look at the 12 Braveheart loving steps? Put get yourself some Braveheart, 321 Braveheart, we got this, love bands, or just go get some hair bands, put them around here. And when you start feeling anxiety, or wanting to snack on the things that are in your cupboards and fridge that shouldn't be there, you're going to do this. But mainly it's the anxiety. And this is, you know what, you're going to snap yourself into the moment. Snug as a hug is the band. And this is a kiss. So let's see if you can start kissing yourself and how often you can do this throughout the day. And guess what? I just have to reach, and this band comes in front of my eyes. It goes to my brain because I've done it so often. It says there's a new sheriff in town, and that's called unconditional love for himself. He's not going to make toxic decisions, whether it's an emotional or physical level. How am I doing?
But you know, it's at my age, it seems like a lot. I just have to be.
Can you do me a favor, Rose? Rose, you're getting overwhelmed, and this is what you do. So now you're overwhelmed, and that's why I said, I'll send you the audio, okay? And then if you have a cell phone, I'll have them send it to your cell phone. Then you can listen to it there, or they can put it on your computer, and you're going to go through it, and you're only going to do what you're comfortable with. Okay, Rose, if I made a change of 1% today and I did it for 100 days, how much would that be in 100 days?
You tell me.
100%.
Yes.
Can you just do some gentle baby loving steps and then just do something? You know, I can do this. I can do this, honey. But that's all. I just want to do this, and then, okay, fine. Take one step at a time, sweetheart. Oh, I can do this now because I perfected this. Okay?
Okay. We'll see. I'll try.
Okay, so okay, and understand something. Try not to say try, because try is you're not going to make it. Okay?
Okay.
And remember the lecture? We'll see, I'll try.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you want to do something or be somewhere, you'll make it happen. You'll make it happen. We don't realize that our beliefs control us. And guess what? My beliefs control me. They're my beliefs, Rose. I've made sure of that. They're not society's beliefs. Why do you think I'm in trouble all the time? Either fit in or get done in, Daryl. I'm not following the majority. The majority are sick. The majority have a walking disease and they don't even know it. And I'm not trying to put them down. What do you think? I do this because I want to taunt people, hurt people? I'm telling people that they've been ruled, schooled, and fooled, and that they can have it all if they want it. They can have it all on all levels. That's why I give it away for free, because it's all about abundance. There's enough of everything down here, just not enough with the thoughts that we have been programmed for. Rose, I'm going to send you the audio. I do have to get on a meeting. Yesterday I went to get on the meeting and I was too busy. So now I've got to get on this meeting and do this meeting. Okay. What I have is I have a video producer who's one of the best with lighting and sound and creating studios. And I'm creating what's called Wolf Studios here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo. I'm going to have 6 different sets. He's flying in on Wednesday. So we have to have a meeting here to prepare for his coming so that we do this right. Now, if you're going to do something, put your heart into it. Put your heart into it. And if it's not what we talked about today, just find what makes you happy, what makes you feel love and just so excited for living. And that's what you do. Stop conforming. Stop trying to fix everything. You know, find out where your joy is and then go for it. And don't tell me at my age. I will never say, well, at my age, you know what? That will never happen for me at my age. And guess what? You just put yourself as a statistic. At my age, I do this. At my age, I feel like this. And I call BS. Okay? All right? Let me see. What is this now? March, right? So
Yes.
in 12 weeks, I'll be 67. At my age. I'm only getting started, baby. I'm only getting started, okay? I'm only getting started. Nobody's going to tell me what I'm supposed to feel like, what I'm supposed to look like, and what I'm supposed to be doing at any age. This is my body, and there's no authority over me on this planet. I answer to only one thing, and that's a frequency called God Almighty, and that's it. Thank you very much. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Taylor. And we'll
They're
be
going to
in
send you. They're going to send you the audio recording. They're going to send you the audio.
Yes,
You
that's
take your
good.
time and go through it. Just listen to 10 minutes a day and maybe make a couple of notes. And then, Rose, guess what? You can call me every day and have a little chit chat with me. And if I'm busy, I'll call you back. Why? Because you
Sounds
matter.
good.
Because you matter, sweetheart.
That
And I follow through. I follow through. And you'll find out I follow through.
Yes, I'm very happy to hear that. And I really enjoyed this today, this session. And you take care, and we'll be in touch.
I'm counting on it, Rose. I'm counting on it.
Okay.
You've got my phone number. There's no escaping you now.
You got mine as well, right?
Yes, sweetheart, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Take care.
You too. Thanks
Bye
for joining me, love.
now.
All right, everyone. I just want to go through a couple things because I've had some people actually here asking me, and I'm going to take a look here. If I've got any questions, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I'll do that in a second. Let me see here. I would like to just answer them if there is any. You aced it, lack of value. Well, that's everyone, okay? And you'll know it, okay? Because you'll feel beat up. It's the belief system, this is from Barbara. It's the belief system that if you're not concerned with the problem of others and their drama and their stuff, we don't give ourselves permission to say, you know what, I can fix this. This is not my stuff. And I prefer to love myself and keep myself out of the direction of those emotions so that I can stay ready and in the moment for myself. Well, there's nothing to stay ready for, but stay in the moment for yourself, because that's a beautiful place. Because you'll always find that if you go inside, they want you to know that that's where the devil is. That's where the darkness is. And when you go inside, you're going to find the most beautiful God spot called you. That is the God's truth. Okay? Total Health and Healing says, this is so true. I self-care, self-love first and foremost before anything else or anyone else. The couple's connection is so powerful. Yes, it is. And it's in the Perfect Day Guide, everyone. Okay, or you can go to the library and it's in there as well. Go to Calgary, girl. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see if she can hop on that horse and ride. Okay, I definitely have eye problems. Okay, most people do. It's blue light poisoning. I would wear glasses, but every time I do these, people go, what's he hiding, a black eye? Why is he hiding his eyes? What's he up to? Well, I don't know what I'm up to. A doctor said to me, this is Polly, a doctor said to me today, it's genetic. Well, your doctor is programmed and there are no genetic eye diseases. And I would tell him to show you real studies and he won't be able to do it. Eye color is genetic, right? Why have I not suffered from birth with this then? He stated it's complicated. That's right, it's complicated. And you're too stupid to understand, okay? If it is genetic, I stated, which gene on which chromosome? He said he could not answer that question. That was the end of that conversation. Understand, these are good people that have bad beliefs. And and please don't be. Listen, do you know who's coming? I have an eye specialist coming. Okay, and not because he's sick or anything, but he's coming. He's a doctor, and he's coming to actually learn and take a personal treatment and training with Dr. Wolf. and he's actually going to be learning how to do the Wolf non-surgical and the whole life coach and the whole perfect day diet, and he's coming to go on this cardio bed because of his circulation and get cell-sonic and non-surgical, but he's also going to leave here learning it, and he's in his 70s. So you know what? At my age, this guy is he's living the life. Okay, he's living the life. All right. And if you're interested in ever coming for like a personal treatment and training, go to dod5star.com and check that out, and then call me on my number. Okay, my phone number, I'll show that at the end here. Two cayenne, curcumin cayenne 5,000 every 10-hour day. Other hour. Oh no, two curcumin cayenne 5,000 every other hour. For how many hours? Well, as long as you're awake. On an 8 hours, 10 hours day, people. No, not at night too. So what you're going to do is while you're awake, you're going to do 1 to 2. I'm blood type A. I can't do 2. I'll get too fired up. And it's not the cayenne because there's only 6% cayenne. It's blood type A's can do 1. O's can usually do 2, and they need to because O's, they have a lot more digestive enzymes, and they've eaten a lot more. O's have usually eaten a lot more animal products, cheese and stuff, because they never have indigestion or burping, farting. And A types like myself, if I did that, it would just rock my world and take me down so fast and smash me. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be in the studio, but I'll be on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay? And I will tomorrow talk about food combining and talk about eating properly. And then I will take questions from those. If somebody puts questions on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, I will stop and do the questions, and we'll talk about diet, and I'll just do an open house thing tomorrow. And I would tell you that it'll be around 9 or 10 o'clock. That would be Central Time, which would be around noon Eastern Time that I would do that, okay? I like to do it earlier in the day before I get too hectic. Dr. Wolf, thank you, Lana. I appreciate the compliment. Kathy, stomach emotional system burning now. Okay, Kathy, if you've got stomach and burning right now, you go and get yourself a rounded teaspoon of baking soda, stir it into a 10-ounce glass of warm water, drink it, it's gone. Those of you, so you will get that if you're on your way to a hiatal hernia, or if you can't stomach something in your life, or if you're eating too many acidic foods, okay? You know, I can, believe it or not, I'm a blood type A, I could do apple cider vinegar, and it can cause that. What else will do it to me? Well, there was something else too. Let me think here. I can't do too much of garlic. Sage can, you know. It depends on the blood type you are. And you know, I don't do the whole blood type diet because I was friends with Dr. Diadamo, James Diadamo, who actually wrote the blood typing book. My colon therapy clinic was only 3 blocks from his, okay? And I met with him for quite a while. We would meet not every week on Thursday, but I would meet with him quite often throughout a couple of years when I was in Toronto and I had my clinic there. And we used to have conversations about how I believed in some of his stuff, but not all of his stuff, just like you don't believe in some of my stuff. And because there's many ways to the top of the mountain, I don't have the way. I just have a piece of it. Dr. Wolf is just one piece of a $8 billion piece puzzle, okay? And as far as health goes, I know about that much really well. But the thing is that I'd rather focus on people liberating themselves, okay, from belief systems that have a chokehold on them and keep them enslaved on this planet on an emotional and physical level, okay? Nelson, I'm driving was interesting to text. This was an excellent point on Cayenne 5000, Dr. Wolf. All right, okay, everybody. Let me see here. So here's my schedule: Calgary, Alberta, Kelowna, British Columbia. You guys can go back and look at this, or just take a look at BHN University or braveheartnation.com, okay? And then you'll see that I'm going to be going to Oliver, BC. I'm going to be doing a day with the doc there. I'm going to Toronto to Magdalena, and it hasn't been added yet, and I don't know why. I'm going to have to get on that, okay? I have to fire him again for the 10th time this week. Okay, and I'm going to Barrie, Ontario to actually do a lecture and a day with the doc with the master practitioner, Shalou. And you must know Shalou. She does road trips with her Cellsonic. She does healing circles. And anyways, yeah. But you can find all of that. All that schedule will be up on Braveheart Nation. Shalou may not be up there because we just got that. And so what's going to happen here, this is my crazy life. Saturday, May the 4th, I'll be lecturing for Magdalena, and we'll be at the Monte Carlo Casino. That's where we'll roll the dice, baby. And May the 4th, I'll be doing a day with the doc from 10 a.m. to 3 o'clock. And then I'll be going the very next day, which is Sunday. I will be with, if you can put the video on me, please. Thank you. I will be going to Barrie, Ontario, where I'll be doing a day with the doc on the Sunday, and then I'll be doing a night lecture at Shalou's restaurant called, oh boy. I know the word pot's in it, okay? Anyways, but all you gotta do is call the 800 number or go to bhnuniversity.com, okay? Oh, the simmering pot. That's where it's going to be. No, the simmering kettle. There it is. The simmering kettle restaurant in Barrie. And I'll be doing that, and I'll have a meet and greet at 6 o'clock. And then I'll be doing the lecture at 7 o'clock. And on the Sunday, I think it's noon until 4. So we're going to take 2 groups because she has a lot of people want to come. So from 12 until 2 will be the first group, day with the doc. And then from 2 to 4 will be the second group. And then the first group will go and check out her cardio bed or Cellsonic while I'm talking to the first group and just answering your health questions. That's it. This is only about you. This isn't about me, okay? All right? So I promise you I won't get into my rants. Well, I can't promise that, but okay. Let me see here. And just so you know, we'll be doing a course in Stuart, Florida, a New World Practitioner, which would be the Wolf Non-Surgical Whole Life Coach and the Pelvic Restoration. Then I'll be going, that's in June the 5th. Then Coffs Harbour, Australia will be August the 7th. And then Ixtapa, Mexico, okay, we will be doing it here. Now, we will be doing in Ixtapa, Mexico, like I told you, we have what's called the personal treatment and trainings. And you can go to DOD5star.com, and people come from 1 week to actually a month. And that's the truth. They stay in a beautiful place. And believe it or not, I'll be putting pictures up and getting a drone of it. But if we were to rent this place out, it'd be about $1,400 a night. And we rent it out for about 1/5 the cost, no less than that. So yeah, it's about 1/5, I think. 1/5. 1/5 the cost we rent it out because we're in the healing business. We're not in the Airbnb business. And we have a saltwater pool, structured pool. We have all the energy medicine, Cellsonic cardio med bed, vitamin D light. We have the most powerful infrared seat that will actually go 17 inches right up into the vagina canal, right into your spine up 17 inches. For men, it's the prostate issue. We also have another one that we can shine on different parts of the body. We also have Bioptron, Avicen, PEMF there. We also have a vibrational plate there. And between myself and Dr. Sage Wolf and other master practitioners, we do the personal treatment and trainings down here. We do them for couples, we do them for groups. We do them for corporations, but mainly it's for couples and families, okay? And here's the contacts for Stuart for our New World Practitioner courses, Coffs Harbour and Ixtapa, Mexico. These are the pricings. All our pricings are in the dollar of the country that we're doing the course. If you come from another country to, let's say, Mexico, and you come from Australia, it'll be in Australian dollars. If you come from the States, it'll be in American. It's the easiest way for us to do it. Okay, and then there's the perfect day guide. We already talked about that. Just know we'd love to see your testimonials. If you could send them in to us at docofdetoxtestimonials.com. And every Tuesday, I'll be on Doc Talk Live Q&A. I'll be doing shows with my son, Dr. Sage Wolf, next week, and then he'll be doing most of the shows. I'll be just doing my live shows as I'm traveling, and he'll do the shows here in the studio while I'm gone. Okay? And don't forget about the pelvic restoration course, not course, but the show. I'm on, that's on every week with Lorraine out of Calgary, where she's the first lecture we're doing. And the Day with the Doc, go to Braveheart Nation if you want to come to it free. And this is where I get controversial, and people don't believe it, but you can actually get adopted by the Taino tribe and get your doctorate in Indigenous medicine and get totally protected. If you live in a state or a province where they say you can't touch humans, you can't talk to them, you can't do this, you can't do that, if you get adopted by the Taino tribe and get your doctorate of Indigenous medicine, it's not hard. It's not meant to be hard, okay? You'll fall under their protection, okay? All right, if you want more information, give me a call or go to practitionersprotection.com. The Braveheart Nation app is going to change. I believe it's going to change the face of health. I know that's a big statement, but it's a big app, and it does a lot. And it really takes people for the healing journey of their life, and that's what it was built for. Self-care, self-love, before everything else, my friend. Okay? And to rise to your full potential, let's learn how to fly. First, love ourselves. Okay? I want to thank you for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing a one-a-day tomorrow. I might be doing a one-a-day on Saturday and Sunday. It all depends. Like I said, right now we're building out Wolf Studios, and we're going to have 6 different sets. And it's quite a big production here. But we're getting ready with this big studio because we'll have some of the top truth slayers, seekers in the world coming on my show, okay, called DocStar TV. And we'll be running probably anywhere from 60 to 100 different shows within a year from people from different languages, different ways of life, okay? All right? Teaching things that I don't know much about, but could change your life. So thanks for joining me. God bless, and have the best day of your life.